everyone. The vision of this forum, future, feels very close to what I've dedicated my life to doing, and that is educating the students in the most formative years of their life. Taking a long-term perspective of today's political and social issues is absolutely vital. But more importantly, I think that we have to educate our students to act differently. And we've been doing this at the International School of Lausanne for many years and working hard on this. We have 68 different nationalities with students from the ages of 3 to 18. And we have an amazing opportunity as educators to shape these young people's minds and to create the citizens of the future. But in doing this, we have to understand what the trends of the future are. The first one, I think, is that we are going to become even more multicultural. There's no doubt about the fact that many of today's societal issues, response to migration, terrorism, crime, and war, are a direct product of non-tolerance and lack of respect for diversity. And at our school, with our 68 different nationalities, it seems like we coexist in harmony with one another. We work together, we learn together, and we play together. So we have to ask ourselves the question as educators, how do we nurture the tolerance and the openness we all seem to be born with? The second trend, I think, is that we are going to have to become more collaborative in our work and in our daily lives. And this is going to take a new set of universal values that are going to shape our behaviour and guide our behaviour. And at the International School of Lausanne, we teach a specific set of values that we model and expect our students to uphold. So it's not just about how good your grades are. It's about what kind of a citizen you are going to develop into. And you can see here on the screen our mission and aims, and that overarches the whole curriculum that we have in terms of our values. So the most important thing for us is that we strive to develop students who will build a better and more peaceful world through intercultural understanding and respect. So as I said before, for us it's not just about academic grades and doing tests well and getting into the best universities. For us it's about the social and the emotional development of the students and for them to live those values that we teach them. The third one is sustainability of our planet. And I really sense in our students a realism and an impatience to build a better world, much more so than I did 10 years ago. And our students understand what those challenges are. So we have a huge responsibility as a school to make sure that we guide those students in the correct way. So with those three different trends, I say again, we have to teach our students to act differently. So how do we do this at the International School of Lausanne? What we do is we build a holistic curriculum. So it's academic and it's social and it's emotional. And that curriculum is the International Baccalaureate curriculum, which encourages students across the world to become active, compassionate, and lifelong understanding that other people, with their differences, can also be right. Within that International Baccalaureate program, we have a specific area that's called Community Action and Service, and our students have to participate in service activities from primary school right through to secondary school. And service is a part of the DNA in our school. And when we choose activities for the students to do in terms of service, or in fact when they choose them themselves, they have to fulfill 3 criteria. The first criteria is that there has to be a genuine need for that service activity. The second one is that it has to take the students out of their comfort zone and into somewhere that they normally wouldn't have gone. And the third criteria is that it actually has to enhance their learning outside of the classroom. So they have to go outside of the classroom. So I wanted to talk to you a little bit about one of our major activities and service activities, and that is our service activity in Tanzania. So we do lots of activities in Lausanne and Switzerland, but we also do lots in Tanzania, Cambodia, Romania, and Poland. So the students here in this picture are 2 of the International School of Lausanne students teaching the Tanzanian students to learn English. Now, they receive their curriculum in Swahili in primary school, but in secondary school it has to be in English. So they're benefiting greatly from our teaching of English. But more importantly, our students are benefiting as well. And they learn a big lesson about themselves when they do these service activities. They learn that their reality is just not the same as everybody else's reality, and everybody has hopes and dreams. In the next slide, you see 2 of our students working with a Tanzanian worker. And there you see them building the foundations of a preschool. So we go to Tanzania and build classrooms, we build a preschool, we build kitchen facilities, and really importantly, we build teacher facilities. And the research shows that the most important influence in a child's education is their teachers. So if you have great teachers who can get to school on time, who are very comfortable in what they're doing and their living situation, then you are going to have great learning going on. Also in Tanzania, we have a microfinance project where we give money to start-up businesses, or in fact those existing businesses. And we had a young lady who created a horticultural project and was creating vegetables, growing vegetables and also plants. And she was using a broken plastic bucket as one of her implements. So when she was given the funding to enhance her program, she actually bought the correct equipment to use, and that really made a difference. We also offer scholarships to those students who would normally not be able to attend schools and receive an education in Tanzania, but we also offer them at our school in Switzerland. We also have an LED lighting project, and so through our curriculum at ISL, service is embedded into it, and the Year 10 students created a very simple lighting structure with an LED circuit, and they attached that to the top of a Coca-Cola plastic bottle and also a little bit of wire. So the people in that village benefited because they had some light to work with. So we find that the real engagement in service creates real life learning for these students. I want to now quote for you something that one of our past students said. Her name is Rachel, and she graduated from our school in 2008. So Rachel said, "I can honestly say that the people I met in Tanzania changed my life. I wish there was time to tell each of their stories. The woman who took care of us, the little girl I carried on my back, the second headmaster of the school, our guide, the family who showed us their home made of mud. If only I could show you what each of them did for me." Here is Rachel.
My trips to Tanzania, along with my higher level international baccalaureate geography class, did much to shape my worldview. They helped concrete within me 2 major things. Number 1, that I wasn't any better than anyone else in this world, that I'd merely been given many opportunities. And number two, that I wanted to dedicate my life to connecting people to new opportunities for growth. This realization influenced my choices in university, where I studied sociology and minored in African studies and international development. It led to internships in Mali, Washington, D.C., and Nigeria, a personal research project about girls' education in Ghana, and launched a career in bringing new opportunities to vulnerable communities.
So that changed Rachel's life, and she actually went into and changed her career choices and went into development. And she found that it was important to understand that she learnt that she went in there as an equal and not as a superior, and her attitude changed from sympathy to empathy. The next video I'd like to show you is some of the service of activities that we do in Lausanne, in the International School of Lausanne.
I now strongly believe that there are thousands of causes around the world that one can work for and help out the community by just working for a few hours.
It is a matter of principles to help others. As little as my help might have been, I still feel proud and complete about my efforts.
This entire year, I have tried very hard to give all I can to the ISL community and to be beneficial to everyone I have come across. I feel with all this community and service and other events, I have matured and developed much more this year than any other year. Albert Einstein once said, "Only a life lived for others is a life worthwhile." If this is true, then this year has been completely worthwhile, and I hope my next 2 years in CAS can help even more people.
All my experiences have been brilliantly eye-opening and developmental for both me and the people I've helped.
Thanks to the EVAM Association, I learned how important it is to help these children and see that a difference is made regardless how small.
Community and service has made me think about others more, and I feel happier for taking part this year.
Participating in the CAS projects has made me feel good about helping other people who are in need, and it helps me take a step back from reality and makes me realize how grateful I am to be so fortunate in this life and that everyone is living a lifestyle like we are.
Experiences where I've taken so much knowledge and wisdom. Experiences that have helped me and others. Experiences that I'll always remember.
I want to continue working with charity organizations next year because I also want to make a difference, even if it's a small one. In Bulgaria, there's this famous story of a beach where every day millions of starfish wash up ashore onto the beach. One day a man sees a little boy walking, picking up starfish and throwing them back into the sea. The man observes this boy doing this every single morning, and one day he asks him, "Why do you do that? It's not going to make any difference." The boy picks up one of the starfish and replies, "It will to this one." I believe that all these charities are worth helping, and this year has taught me a lot about the difference I can make.
So the service activities have not been without their challenges. It's really difficult to make a service activity authentic and not patronising. It's difficult to fit it into a very rigorous international baccalaureate program. And there's a challenge when you're dealing with young people in adolescence. They tend to be a little bit self-centered. What's in it for me? And to help them understand that this is an important part of growing into a citizen of the world is a challenge. And also the activities that we do in primary school are quite different from secondary school. So we have to have lots and lots of them. So, service learning for us as teachers is hugely important, and it's one of the reasons why a lot of us stay in international education. And a lot of our students are going to be the political leaders and business leaders of the future, and it's a great privilege for us to be able to teach them that they actually can make a difference in the world, and it's not just about making money and being successful. It's about your obligation to your fellow man. So in teaching service to our students, we are creating a better future for us all and better and more educated citizens of the future. Thank you.